Hello and welcome to this Staff Connect information session. The purpose of today is to give you a quick overview of the new Staff Connect and its enhanced functionality. For further information on today's session, there is comprehensive learning material on the Staff Connect website, including user guides and videos. This session is delivered in two parts. The first is for all employees, both staff and supervisors, and the second part is additional functionality for supervisors. If you have any feedback on today's session, please go to the Staff Connect webpage. This is the Staff Connect webpage, which shows you all of the additional information that is available for the new Staff Connect. This is the login screen for the new Staff Connect webpage. This is where you will enter your username and password, which are your network username and password. I'm now logging in as an employee. This is the landing page for the new Staff Connect. It is where we look at our tasks that are available. Tasks might be emails, they may be training applications, or they may be leave applications. The next thing we're going to have a look at is timesheets. This is where you can enter additional hours, overtime, allowances for like kilometres and tolls. It is also where you casuals can now enter their timesheet information and replaces the existing casual timesheet system. The next thing we will look at is leave. This is where you can view your leave balances, predict your leave, view your leave history, and also your leave loading. Later in this session, we will create a leave application. The next thing we will look at is our payroll area. This is where you can view and update your banking details or create a new bank account. You can view your pay summaries. This is where you can also view your pay slip and print your pay slip. We click on this link, Pay Advice, and it will open up a PDF version of our pay slip so that you can save and print it. The other things that you can do in this area is view your year-to-date information, your remuneration information, and your payment summaries. A payment summary will be available at the end of the financial year for you. The My Forms area. This is where you or your supervisor can find the online forms that are available. These online forms and processes will have approval workflows which will apply the university's delegated approval. It will also trigger notifications via an email and also a task that can be completed in Staff Connect. Next, we are going to look at our personal information. This is where you can view and update your personal information. You can also manage your emergency contacts. You can have now more than one emergency contact. We recommend that you come in here when the new Staff Connect is available and make sure that all your details are up to date. The next area we're going to look at is the HR profile. This is where you can view what qualifications you have given to the university. If you want to amend or add to these qualifications, you will need to do so through HR Advisory. This is also where you can come and view your licences. An example of this would be a first aid certificate. memberships. You can add memberships that are relevant to your position. The next thing is our work history. This is a list of all of the positions that you have held whilst at the university. The last folder is Other Documents. This is where we will have a list of all of your historical pay slips and payment summaries that we will bring across from the old Staff Connect. The next thing we will look at is training courses. This is where you can request course bookings, view courses that you've already been on, and also view your training history. To request a course, you click on the green Add button. You will see that there is the ability to filter courses, but if you just click on the search button and scroll down, you'll see a list of all of the available courses. The next thing we will look at is the Reports folder. This is where any system-generated reports will be delivered to. The last drop-down menu is our Help menu. If you click on this Help, you'll be taken to the Orion Help Desk. This is where you can access online help, including reading tutorials and watch self-service learning videos. Be aware that this is not ACU specific, but just generic training. User settings. This is where people can redirect their mail to somebody else in the system. This might be used by supervisors when they are on leave. Supervisors can also consolidate their mail so that they only receive one email a day instead of several emails a day. You will note that there's a change password option. This will not be shown when the system goes live. The last option is to sign out. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to apply for leave. Go to Dashboard and select Leave. Click on the Apply for Leave button. You will notice there are red boxes on this form. Any of the red boxes are mandatory fields and must be entered before you can save a record. Click on the drop-down option and select Annual Leave. You will notice it automatically goes to a full day's leave and just gives me one option for a start date. If I click on a partial day leave, for example, it will give me the option for a start date and how many hours I am applying for. So the screens change depending on the selections that you have chosen. I'm going to apply for leave on the 11th of May. You'll notice down the bottom, gives me a message of who this leave request will be sent to. In this instance, it's being sent to John Jones, who is my manager. Once I hit the select button, an email will go to John Jones notifying him that he has some actions in self-service. Once he has approved my leave, I can go back and view my tasks, where it will show me that I have approved a leave request. The last thing we'll show you is if we resize our form, the new Staff Connect can be viewed on any type of device, including mobiles, tablets, and computers. I'll just resize my screen to show you what it will look like if I was using a mobile device. You can see that the tasks are presented in a different manner, similar to mobile phones. Thank you. This is the end of the employee session. We will now provide additional information for the supervisor functionality. I'm going to log in as Jenny Smith, who is a supervisor. Some of the different information you can see as a supervisor is the organisational chart. This shows you visually where you sit in the organisation and who reports to you. I've clicked on John Jones. You can now see that John Jones has 2 people reporting into him. The next thing that I will show you is My Forms. If I wish to add a new form, I click on the Add New Forms, and I have a drop down of all the additional forms that I can do. These forms are to replace the paper-based forms that we currently use. The last thing that I will show you today is how to apply for leave on behalf of one of my staff members. If I click on this icon here, I will get a list of all of my staff. John Jones reports into me, and as you can see here, John Jones has 2 people reporting into him. I'm going to apply for leave on behalf of John Jones because he's in hospital and can't do it for himself. So you can see up here that I'm now acting as John Jones. If I click on Dashboards and My Leave, I can apply for leave on John's behalf. The other information I can see for my employees is all of their HR profile, work history, and other documents. If I click on the personal area, the only thing that I can see for my staff member is their emergency contact information and none of the other personal information. Thank you very much for joining me today, and this ends our session.